All right. Here it is, episode 1, because the last episode was just a pilot of whatever we decide to call this, which we still haven't named yet. Now,
we speak idea.
yeah, it's so bad. Now we've transitioned to tier lists only. Would you like to introduce the idea of the tier list today?
The idea of the tier list today is we're going to be reviewing brand logos, and we're just going to give our just impulse reaction, basically.
Yeah, so we put a lot of brands up there. This is not comprehensive. I'm sure if this blows up, we will do a part 2 where it is comprehensive. So for now, you have to deal with everything that's on the tier list. Without further ado, I think we should go ahead and get into it. Starting from the first part right here. So this is Vaxi. It's a little hard to read in my opinion. Okay, just looking at it from here, I think Vaxi as a company is cool, but like, what is that?
Their logo is just the Zowie logo shifted 90 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
They got really, really like rough feelings about like leaving and trying to make a new company. Their baby got stolen from them by BenQ.
Of course. So what do you think? Because I don't have experience with Vaxi, but this is like, we need an F tier. I didn't realize that. I should probably add that. It's fine.
Are any brand logos really that F tier? I mean, after they've gone through marketing a couple times.
That is true. We'll leave it for now, and if I need to add it later. But I think they're like D or C tier. Maybe C tier at best.
I actually love the Zowie logo, and it's basically just the Zowie logo, but you can tell they had rough feelings, man. I'm just saying, they put like minimal effort into it.
Yeah. Final Mouse is next. Like, why is it an F? Why is it this F?
Because it's Final Mouse.
I know, but like when you never see this logo, it's not on any of their branding like at all. So like that's D tier for me. It doesn't represent. I feel like it represented the old version of Final Mouse.
It really did.
So much
the old version of Final Mouse.
Yeah, it was so much more of a culty brand.
Honestly, now like their last couple of mice all look nearly identical to me. Like ever since they did the Starlight 10s, everything after just looked the same.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're D tier, and to be honest with you, it's not F tier. It's actually not that bad. But again, it's just like,
I also can see a bit of a Final Mouse hate seeping through over
No,
there.
maybe a little bit. Okay, HyperX. I also have a bias for HyperX, so
I actually love their logo.
I also do. I think it's A or B.
It's
for
clean.
Sure.
It's not too stylized. When it's actually red like it's supposed to be, it actually looks.
And it looks good on their stuff too. Like right here,
logo.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that's an A for me.
I'd put it in B, but
B? High B. I think we can compromise.
A would be fine, but high B probably.
Razer S tier. Hands down.
You don't like Razer, but you love the logo.
I was gonna say I despise Razer, but there's a few brands on here where there's gonna be those logos that are just synonymous with gaming, and Razer is one of them. I don't like their stuff. I don't like their pricing or some of their design decisions, but
it definitely outs you if you're wearing like a Razer backpack or using a Razer laptop as like, oh, he's a gamer.
Yeah.
Gamer.
Uh-huh.
But like, it doesn't look that bad. It looks pretty good to me. It's not like HyperX, who just said their logo's good, but to me, HyperX looks way worse than Razer.
Exactly.
Razer looks very stylized.
Yeah, because it's actually, there is a logo and then their name, right? HyperX, it's like, it is a logo, but at the end of the day, it's just the company's name, so like, I don't know. Glorious, I'm going to say B, personally.
Glorious is a pretty bomb logo.
I was going to say, I think their branding is hilarious.
But that's B for bomb.
Yeah, like, so they market themselves as like the PC Master Race, and so it's like this guy with really flowy hair, and it's like, you own a PC, so you are a god, that kind of thing. And I think it's hilarious that they lean into that.
And then their products are not what I would say, at least the Master Race of peripheral products.
Exactly, they're terrible. Getting better, but terrible.
They're not universally terrible. They've made one really, really bad thing after they made mediocre things, and now they're back to mediocre.
Mm-hmm. G-Wolves, a company I don't know about, but
I hate their logo.
Yeah, it's weird.
I hate their logo.
D tier?
D tier. I hate their logo.
That would be like low-key an F tier for me, because I think what a lot of these like random Chinese budget mice companies,
I actually like G-Wolves. It's not actually a Chinese mouse budget company. You're showing your ignorance there.
Okay, great.
They actually make really good mice. They actually make some like interesting like random shapes. Like they make a good fingertip mouse. That's like one of the only like fingertip, like the Zhao Koenig one that's like the tiny square one.
Yeah,
that's actually
like
good.
that little one.
And they do make a bunch of really good mice, but I don't like their logo.
Okay. I cannot read that from here.
I'll prevent him
It's
from
Corsair.
slandering people.
Yeah, I've never interacted with G-Wolves, but okay, I think this is Corsair. I think for
That's
their
Lamzu. That's Lamzu.
is it Lamzu?
That's
I
Lamzu.
can't see it
You
from
can't
here.
see it from here.
Okay, Lamzu, that's an A tier for me. Like bordering S tier. I'm just on the Lamzu train, I think, where I really like their products and their logo. Not having never used one, but it's simple, it's clean, and it has like a design to it that makes it stand out somewhat. It's kind of like Final Mouse, where they just don't really use it in their branding that much. But I don't know, maybe B tier.
I dig a professional style brand logo like
Yeah.
Logitech. I'm gonna use the same defense there of like
Okay.
it looks professional. It feels like you're wearing the suit of peripheral products.
Okay.
I like it. I'm giving it an A.
It's an A. All right,
Yep.
sweet. It's gonna stay there then. Speaking of Logitech,
Also an A to me. But
Yep.
it might have to be an S just out of like sheer brand recognizableness.
Yeah, when you see that
recognition,
G-
Reckability.
yeah, when you see the G pop up on G Hub, you go, "Oh my god!" But at the same time, it's the Logitech logo.
And
Like,
also,
of course
you could
do.
actually use a Logitech product in public because it's just Logitech.
Yeah, it
And
doesn't
not
look
feel that
weird.
bad. You can just claim that you're just using a Logitech mouse. You just got
Yeah.
the fanciest mouse in the world.
Uh-huh.
Put it up in S. That's my opinion.
Up at S?
You can have the final say. Here.
Okay.
I'll give you the final say.
No,
I like
I'll leave that, and we might reorganize at the end. But I'm okay with that. Endgame gear, I'm just gonna throw them a B because like I don't hate it, but they're also the
They've
logo
got the
doesn't
logo-
scream like
They've got
brand
the
recognition.
logo of like a secondhand market, in my opinion.
Okay.
They've got the most cheap looking logo of like we sell other people's products instead of our own.
C tier.
That's my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that's fair. No problems with that. Pulsar. I don't know where I stand. Like
It's like off-brand Logitech.
yeah, like
That's even what they
I
make.
think I'm at a
They even
B.
make off-brand Logitech products, but better.
Yeah, like more gaming centric versus Logitech. Like obviously the Superlight is very esports pro, but like the rest of their stuff is not. At least in my opinion. I don't know.
What I look for in a logo is a nice stylized name, and they've either got to do something crazy with it, like when they like the Zowie one up there, which
Mhm.
is the Z. I love the Zowie Z.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
my favorite logo. But they got to make it look super clean and professional, like
Mhm.
Logitech.
And then they have a little bit of color right there where the period would be, I guess. I mean, but they put it in all their branding, even on the bottom of this mouse. That logo's still there. So I think
We
it's
have to have proper punctuation.
yeah, I think it's neat. I think I'm gonna put Glorious over HyperX and Pulsar over HyperX, but I don't think it really escapes B tier that often.
The most
Rocat.
branding they do is when they silkscreen the bottom of their mice.
Pretty much.
Korean company with the Japanese lettering.
Yeah. Rocat, it's again like it's so not an American brand that I don't see advertisements for it ever.
When I think Rocat, I think cheap and foreign.
Yeah, exactly. So but it has the recognition of like you see that tiger and it's like, oh, that's a Rocat thing.
Gives me a simple power of
Yeah.
excellence, of ferocity.
I'm gonna
Give
put
it
it in B because it is
Already
just
agree.
that recognizable. Extrafy, do they? So again, I don't have a lot of experience with Extrafy. Do they brand their stuff that hard?
Not really. Most of
Okay.
their branding comes from like the fact that like you can buy like a purple mouse from them.
Mhm.
Their branding it comes from like weird colors.
I see. It's a sick logo in my opinion, but at the same time, it's like I don't. Obviously the Pulsar mouse has this Pulsar logo right here, but I've never seen like an Extrafy mouse that has like the super obvious branding on it, and it just doesn't remind me of anything super gamery.
I think that's a theme we're gonna notice as we keep going is ever since like 2015 and like since we stopped doing RGB, there's been a lot of a shift towards quietly put your logo
Yeah,
somewhere instead of having it be
minimalism.
RGB.
Minimalism.
We don't want to be known
is
as
the name of the
gamers
game.
anymore.
Yeah. Zowie. Yep.
S tier for me.
Dude, when you look at the Zowie
Zowie is
logo,
the only one that makes me think of like sports performance brand.
literally, yeah, it's not even that, but it's like you look at a monitor that has a Zowie logo on it, and you go, "Oh crap!" Like this place either has money or they know what they're doing because,
And if they know what they're doing, I don't know why they're buying Zowie monitors.
well, of course. But anyways, I don't know. It's just it's awesome, and they have that recognition where like you see the Zowie logo, and you go, "Oh yeah, okay," so it's great. Wu-Tang.
I told you this before we started, and I'm gonna hit you with it right now, and then I'm gonna be quiet. When I look at their brand, I think Swedish.
Yeah, IKEA. I have bias towards the brand, so I'm not gonna let it affect me. I think it's a B.
Just let it affect you. This entire thing is the most subjective thing ever. We're judging companies based entirely off their logo.
I think it's an A tier. I think the branding they do on the keyboard is sick, and the stuff they do like on their packaging is awesome. But they're kind of a niche company to where like you don't immediately recognize that. So I think B is safe, in my opinion. You gonna combat me at all, or
I'm gonna let you keep it in B. The Swedish bias kind of makes you want to say A, but just keep it in B. Just keep it in B. When I think of Swedish, I think of high quality premium furniture.
Yeah,
that really is just
that
the
breaks.
Yep, IKEA truth.
Lethal Gaming Gear. I think this is an A for me.
When I see their mouse pads and I see a little Lethal Gaming Gear logo, it just makes me think of like high quality. But I'm sure whenever anybody else looks at it, they just see like the weirdest little square.
I think the Saturn logo in particular is really cool.
I like their little planet.
Yeah,
that's
like,
a really good one.
I think it's an A, and because not only is their main branding like it looks cool, but also their sub branding of the planets is sweet. And I'm gonna drag Wu-Ting up here too. Oh god, not that far. Ooh. Alienware, as much crap as they get.
I wouldn't want to be seen in public with an Alienware logo.
Yeah, but I think it's S tier.
I wouldn't want to be seen in public with it, but it does look good when you're in private. And your monitor just has a like little alien on it. Yeah, it does look pretty okay.
It's another one of those brands that like again it's Dell. I hate Dell, but it's like so synonymous with gaming and decent computers that like I think. Yeah, because like their laptops suck, but like their gaming laptops are such staples, you know. That and you see the Alienware logo and you go, oh, not only did that cost a fortune, but it kind of sucks. But at the same time, it's Alienware. They've been around forever, so I think it's S.
They've only been going downhill since they were acquired.
Exactly.
Still make good monitors.
I believe that's Corsair.
That has to be Corsair.
I see an O and an R. Okay, so it's
that
Corsair.
Has to be Corsair. We just grabbed the most terrible logos we could possibly just grab off Google Images.
The Corsair sailing ship in particular, I think is S tier. As the rest of it is like B. Where did it go?
When I think of Corsair, I think of piracy. Because Corsair.
Like the ship.
I don't know how that possibly relates to anything else of their branding, other than I like to pirate some better software.
Sick.
I love the sail logo, though. I do love the sail logo.
Yeah.
Sailing forward.
Yeah, I think it's a B tier. I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't really think we need to debate on it.
You just can't find it. You just can't find it.
I know it's right here. I could drag it up to A if I wanted, but no. Okay, Red Dragon.
I actually love that logo.
I think so too.
I actually have like no experience, but I do love the logo.
Yeah, I think
cool little dragon.
To me, it screams cheap, but that's also because I've used their stuff and I know their reputation. But at the same time, it's like there's kind of a respect in that. It's like if you own Red Dragon stuff and the branding is so proudly there, it's like you own that you're a cheap guy and like buying cheap stuff. I think there's like respect in that.
You're either broke or you just don't want to spend a lot.
I think that's a high B for sure. I'm gonna drag it over the Glorious.
I love the little dragon.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Artisan S. So cool.
I love the logo on their mice pad.
It's literally so cool. I think as a brand, it's lame how they like basically only sell to the APAC region. But it is what it is.
I think we can blame Lethal Gaming Gear for that more than anything.
But man, that logo, you see it on a mouse pad and you go, oh, that's just sweet.
You know what they have over there in Japan? Because apparently Boardsy went to them. They just have like a mouse convention, and apparently the Artisan booth was swarmed.
Yeah.
Like, and honestly, I think the funniest thing is like, we would kill to be able to actually go out and get an Artisan mouse pad.
Of course, yeah.
They're forming lines over there, and we're forming cults over here.
Yeah,
to try
literally.
To get one.
Like even buying them second
when
hand
I
for
was
like
looking to upgrade
$100s.
my mouse pad because my sister was going to Japan before the whole idea broke down in my head, I was like, should I genuinely order one and get it shipped somewhere in Japan and have my sister pick it up?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, that just seems too complicated.
Yep.
I'd rather just pay international shipping, honestly.
Honestly, so this is my opinion. If I were to create an F, it's where SteelSeries would go. Their logo is just gross.
If this is the only funny antecedent in this entire video, is that I think the worst part about the SteelSeries logo is because their headset has a little metallic take it off things. Instead of like having the logo always face like forward, like towards like the mic, on one side it looks correct, and on the other side it's the logo mirrored. So it never properly faces forward. And I know somebody would be like, "Oh, you're dumb. You can just rotate the metallic thing." It doesn't. The magnets don't line up, so it falls off.
Oh my god.
I hate it.
Yeah, I really don't like it either. I
their
low
logo.
key want to create an F tier on this, but I'm just gonna leave it.
I don't like their logo.
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't
It's
like
so bad.
SteelSeries. I hate that I keep buying their products. I'm in the cult. I'm in the magnet cult.
ROG, I think is S tier.
I would be embarrassed to be seen with an ROG logo.
Like more than an Alienware.
I would genuinely be embarrassed.
Okay.
Republic of Gamers.
Yeah.
To any normal human being, you look like the biggest nerd.
Especially
With the
because
alien
like,
one, if
they-
it was just the alien on a shirt, you could claim to be like crazy.
Yeah.
And believe aliens
So the
exist.
thing with ROG as well is that their branding is so gamer. It's like gray with RGB everywhere. And so like I would be fine with that.
They try to own it,
But-
but to me it just doesn't work.
So what do you
And
think
you
they
know
got?
what? I might show a lot of ignorance here. I still don't know what the actual thing on top is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be an eye? What do you think it's supposed
I
to
have
be?
no clue. I didn't even know it was really supposed to represent something.
It's got to represent something. Maybe it's a
Yeah.
hawk.
Maybe it is. So where do you think it goes? I think it's really cool, and like again, it has that like legendary notoriety around it, especially in PC parts, where like if you buy anything ROG, it costs like literally triple
Costs
the
a
next
triple
thing.
and it has terrible software with it.
Yeah.
And they hate giving you a warranty.
Even though it's Asus who has actually decent warranties for their normal stuff.
I would give it like a D.
Whoa.
I'm gonna have to compromise with
You want to
somewhere.
compromise at C?
You'll give me a C? I thought you were gonna make
I'll
me
give you a
a
C.
B.
I was gonna say B.
I thought you were
was
gonna
say
make me
B.
give you a B. Well, now I'm
let's
gonna
put
keep
it-
fighting you for a C.
Okay, let's put it under Extrify because I think Extrify is
Okay,
pretty
at least it's not at the top. At
Yep.
least it's not at the top.
HP Omen, the one in text, which you can barely see on the right side. It looks so stupid. The actual design, I think, is pretty neat though. I couldn't tell you what it is. It's very Polynesian, where it looks like tribal, and it's like that's cool, but also
They're
I don't
trying to
know.
rock a complicated logo in like 2024, while everybody else has kind of moved towards, stylized, like less complicated logos over time. So I can respect it.
yeah.
They got the whole like, just normal Omen thing, and then like, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like a ghost or something.
Okay.
Omen. I don't know. I
Yeah, it
haven't
could
looked that
be.
close at it.
Or
I'm the
the
person who
Omen
doesn't know
that-
what the ROG logo is supposed to represent.
It could be like Omen, like the witchy terminology too, where it's like a symbol or I don't know. But I think it's B tier. Would you agree with me on that?
I would agree with you.
Okay, cool. B tier it is.
I would give them a B tier.
Oh, who is that?
I'm pretty sure you just put G Wolves on there twice.
Did I?
I noticed
Oh,
that there, and I
okay.
was thinking, are we insane?
Yeah, this is a mouse tier list, I think, originally. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I did just probably put G-Wolves up. That's definitely the same thing. Okay, cool. So we'll ignore that.
It's just an older version of their logo, which looks way worse.
Yeah.
That's like a sticker. That's like a sticker.
It looks like a CS like 2015 circa sticker.
We can see that there's been a lot of evolution over time.
For sure. Legion?
Have you ever noticed what Razer did with their logo? So in
Yes
like,
and no.
So in like 2012 or something, it used to be like different snakes up there, and now it's slowly become the most minor amount more simplified.
I see. Yeah, no, I think I know what you're talking about.
I may just be high.
Maybe. Lenovo Legion. I actually think it's pretty neat. And I think
Without
the branding on their stuff
without
is cool.
the Lenovo logo, nobody knows you're wearing like a tech thing unless
Yeah.
they know what Legion is.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're just wearing something that says Legion, like how you're wearing something that says Vans, it just looks good.
Yeah. I agree.
I would wear a backpack.
Low
Say
key,
we are
I think
Legion.
it's like kind of an underrated like A because they also like sometimes they market their stuff as gamer, right? But it's not like ROG gamer where it's like rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. So like
I would give them.
okay.
I'm
This mouse pad is irrelevant. I actually grabbed an image that is not what ninjutsu is, but ninjutsu.
Ninjutsu makes mice.
Yes.
They are the quintessential Chinese mouse company of G Pro but cheap. It's pretty solid though. They make actual good products. I think their logo is good. I like the little ninjutsu logo of like,
Yep.
you know, the little shuriken. I love it.
I think it's pretty simple as well.
I love it.
It's like a Chinese company that dares stand out with their logo, you know? So, like, I respect it. I think it's...
I mean, it's probably made at the same factory as Logitech mice, so they might as well just take a few.
I'm going to put it above Omen. I think it's cooler than Omen.
I would agree.
MSI.
That's MSI.
I think the branding of Lucky the Dragon, where they try and make it cute, I think is fun. But the default one is kind of iffy, in my opinion.
MSI has some really, like, bipolarness on their branding.
Yeah.
Man. I've seen them do a lot of like things with like their logo, and it just never seems to me like they actually know what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them just go with like the whole carbon like black thing on like their motherboards before. I've seen their motherboards with like normal stuff, and if we want to go really off into the graphics card things, they used to make those like god awful red cards that just did not look good with anything, no matter how hard you tried. Now they make normal ones.
Yeah, of course. Actually,
they just feels really bipolar with what they want.
Yeah, there's an MSI card in there.
Is it bright red?
No. There's the only red thing on it, maybe,
I
is
think
their
they
logo.
made yellow ones at one point.
Oh, God.
I might be hot.
I mean, that was also the era. You remember, have you ever seen the NZXT Phantom before? Like, that was the era of design that we were in, you know? And I remember I was building my first PC back in those days.
NZXT still makes just products like they do, man. How do we keep buying this?
I don't know. iBuyPower, freaking S tier. So sick.
I love it. There's a reason that they've got a like $1 trillion Counter-Strike sticker still today.
Mm-hmm.
And also because of controversy.
Yeah, and also I think that like even they've entered so many esports. Like they had a Rocket League team in 2016, which I bet you didn't know.
It still exists. I did know that, actually.
Yeah, so they won RLCS in 2016. Like that was big time. It's like they randomly enter an esport and then do well, and then the team like either dissolves or something happens, and then they just go out and continue making computers.
I think there was talks of them maybe making like another Counter-Strike team. I have no idea where that went. That might have been.
I think I heard of that too. Yeah, but
that would have been insane. I wonder what would have happened to the sticker prices. All those millionaire investments.
Yeah. All right. You have no experience with Ducky, but I want you to look at that.
Quack.
Okay. Good. It's a duck.
Now, when I associate that with keyboards, I assume loud. I'm not gonna lie.
You assume what? You said wow? Like
I said loud.
Good? Oh, loud.
I assume like I used to run a K70 Blue, and it was the loudest thing in the room at any given time.
No,
just like.
I mean, it depends on what you want, right? So you can get. I have a Ducky with silent switches in it. It's super quiet. It's quieter than that, which is lubed, right?
I'm sure Ducky, they make quiet switches. I'm sure anybody that makes keyboards can get you any kind of switches.
Ducky doesn't make switches. They just license other ones. So they're Cherry Silent Reds. I think Ducky is a brand. It's like a sleeper S tier, but I think it needs to probably belong in A.
I kind of like the look of that. I would put it in A.
Okay, yeah,
I would put it in S if I had any experience with the brand.
Yeah,
it looks actually.
No one knows who Ducky is,
cool.
So like I don't. Yeah, I think that's just kind of
it. To me, it looks pretty funny. Like quack.
Fair enough. And that concludes it. Now, would you like to move anything where it is? I think S is organized pretty well. I think
we're
if we were to do
on
anything,
G-Wolves, and I would like to keep shitting on them.
Yeah, I think iBuyPower needs to go over. Should I put G-Wolves on D twice?
No.
Okay.
No.
I think iBuyPower is cooler than Alienware by a large margin. I personally think Zowie too, but I would probably just leave Zowie where they are because they're so recognizable. And then I think Artisan's also way cooler than Alienware.
I would also like to reiterate how lazy I feel the Vaxi logo is, where I understand it's supposed to be like a VA, but again, they're just former Zowie engineers that now just make mice again. And they're just so butthurt. They stole the same theme from the other logo.
So
at least they make a better mouse.
Like low-key,
I'll keep it there. I'll keep it there. Their mice are holding them up.
All right.
I love how we put the person who actually has the market, where they just sell other people's crap, two tiers above the people who make their own stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking it back.
I'm not either. I freaking love Lethal Gaming Gear's logo. It's so cool.
One of them really does look like eBay. The other one just... I know it's eBay, but at least it looks okay.
I'm actually going to throw Legion above Woodings. I think Woodings is cool, but I think Legion's just as like a brand is...
I can't believe they're not Swedish.
Well, they were still Scandinavian. No, that's not Scandinavian then. Close enough. Red Dragon. I don't know. I think B is organized pretty well right now. This is Corsair. Yeah, I think
Yep. You can't even see the Corsair logo up. You
I'm
just got to
gonna put
keep
Corsair.
reminding people that's Corsair.
I'm gonna put Corsair. I'm still gonna scoot Rocat down. I think where it is now. I kind of remove Glory. I'm gonna
The
do this.
flowing hair of the PC Master Race. You feel superior for owning it, and then somebody says, actually, it's not very good. Then you just tell them, shut up, nerd. Put it up there with Red Dragon. Put it up there next to Red Dragon. I like the cool little dragon more though. He's a dragon. Never use a single Red Dragon product. He's a little dragon.
I mean, they're not great, but they're the kings of the budget tier. Extra Fi is actually pretty sweet. I low-key want to put this in B. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I like it's just text, but the X look cool.
Yeah. It's
To me,
literally
it
like
looks good.
looking at it now, it kind of looks like they stole the HyperX logo.
I mean, eventually it is kind of gonna just converge into one thing. When again, every logo is just text, and then they've either got a logo or they've got the logo as the text.
Yeah. I moved Vaxi down to the lowest.
We're not
of
giving
C.
courses in logo design.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I think all of these are valid where they are too. Wow, there's gonna be a lot of SteelSeries hate on this channel.
I literally have never owned a good headset other than a SteelSeries headset, and I'm over here slandering them, and I don't care.
Yeah, no, and the Apex Pro, it's overpriced, but it is still good.
It's not that good. It's not that good.
I don't know.
I own one. It's not that good. It's got so many bugs.
Well, anyways, that concludes this tier list. I don't need to save or download this at all. Any closing thoughts?
We're gonna keep slandering SteelSeries, and we're gonna keep having random opinions on the top 3 up there.
Yep, and I will continue to not know the niche mouse brands, while he will continue to not know the keyboard brands, and that's not going to change.
Hey, I mean, at least we both got a specialty.
Amen.
At least we've got a difference in personality.
Yep. All right, well, that will conclude this video. Stay tuned for the next one, whenever that comes out.